I never would get my hands in this at all. I just feel it, and then just for rolling the balls out, but not for kneading it. I would never think of doing that. And so that's how I got started kneading it. And it is important because it blends it all together.
Okay.
Okay, so now I've put this flour, but now I'm going to test it. It's still a little tacky, so then you just little by little. Oh no, here I've got this. See, now I don't have to use the whole cup if I don't need it, okay? I think this is going to do it. And two, I suggest if you've not done this before and you're not a pie baker especially, that you just make a smaller batch.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a pound of potatoes, because, and then make them smaller. They'll be too difficult for some people to try to make big ones right away. Start out small. Are there any questions maybe I can answer?
Does anybody have any questions right now while Lillian's finishing the dough, getting it to the right consistency?
Lillian, when you say 4 cups of potatoes, is that how many pounds of potatoes then to get 4 cups?
I don't know exactly.
Okay, all right.
4 cups of, maybe at least 3 pounds of potatoes would be good.
So that would be around.
I would say 3 to 4.
3 to 4
Would that be
pounds?
like 10 potatoes, 10,
What?
10 individual potatoes?
I think it can be any size because they're going to be cooked up.
I know,
Am
but
I not understanding?
it's hard to say how many potatoes are
It
in a
is,
pound.
yeah. It goes by weight.
So is it like 4 potatoes or 10 potatoes?
It depends on the size.
Yeah.
Lillian, you said something about 4 cups of potatoes that you
Oh.
chopped up. Is that what you started with
No,
here?
4 cups means after it's boiled,
And cooled off.
and then you cut them up and then
Yeah.
rice them, okay?
Yeah.
And let that get cold. Then you press it into
4 cups.
Into
into
4
a
cups.
container, yeah, 4
Okay,
cups.
So that's
Yeah.
what you start with. You process all this, and that's the 4 cups that you
Yes,
start with.
yes,
Okay.
that's right,
Okay.
that's right.
And, yeah, well,
See, now this is getting a little bit better.
so would you say, Lillian, that it's more important, once you get your potatoes riced and compressed,
Yeah.
it's more important to just feel it, kind of
Yeah.
by putting the flour in a half a cup at a time to figure out what it feels like, the proper
Yeah.
consistency,
No.
as opposed to,
That-
That's good?
That's a little bit too moist.
that's a little bit too moist.
Yeah.
If you
It's a little
guys
bit
want to
too
come up here and
moist.
feel this, yeah, come on up and get into it. So you just kind of play it by ear,
Right,
as
right,
opposed to having
right.
to have exactly 4 cups of potatoes and all that stuff. You kind of play it by ear once you get your mashed potatoes by putting it in and feeling it and figuring out if it's the right consistency.
Yeah, yeah,
Actually, we may come out and watch you.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was something else I need to tell you. I told you it has to be absolutely cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely cool. Another thing I need to tell you, I do not put it out in the garage on my recipe book, on my recipe card. Do not put it in the garage. Don't put it out in the porch or any place. Just, I put mine in the coolest room that I have. I've got a second bedroom there that's the coolest room, and I just keep it in there. And another thing, you don't, when you rice them then, you don't want to put plastic over that. You want to put, never plastic, because that, the moisture in there, and you're going to have a hard time with it.
So you don't put it in the refrigerator?
And I do not put it in the refrigerator after it's baked. Then
Yeah.
I will use it, or then into the freezer if so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's got to be absolutely, absolutely cold. So that's why it's in the house. Now, I cooked these this morning about 9 o'clock, And even when around 3 o'clock, it was still warm, a little bit on the bottom, that's no good, it's gotta be perfectly cool.
So it's probably better to make a big, huge batch of it during the winter time than in the summertime where it's like
Oh, yeah.
90 degrees
No,
outside.
I make this up till, I can make Lefse up to, say, June 1.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it one year down in Florida, in the wintertime down there, and it's hot down there. Nobody knew what Lefse was. And it was too hard to make in that heat. And all
Yeah.
that down there. It wasn't, so I never did it again. They don't know anything about Lefse.